I do a lot of work with public workers in municipalities, and they've had to take a lot in terms of public harassment, and just public are very, very free to honestly abuse them with name calling, throwing water at them, throwing all sorts of things at them as they're going by them in their cars or otherwise. So they've put up with a lot, and they've been told by their organizations up until now, oh, it is horrible, hey, it's awful. It's just part of our culture and the way public workers are viewed, and you're just gonna have to cope with it. Not anymore. WorkSafe saying to organizations, what are you doing? What steps are you taking? And they obviously have to be practical and reasonable to help reduce that from happening in the first place. And when it happens, what are you doing to try to support and assist that worker through it? So it's a very broad application, and it's very new. So we'll see what's going to happen. I was just saying yesterday that WorkSafe went into a healthcare facility because the nurses complained about a man who was dying being very abusive during the course of his final months. Now, I don't know if I'd want to be abusive to someone who's controlling my pain meds, but who am I to say? I'd pick my audience really pretty closely. But he is actually just awful. And from his bed is calling the media and making up things about specific people by name. He'll only be treated by Caucasian staff, won't have anything to do with non-Caucasian staff. There's just a lot of ugliness going on. WorkSafe went in. The organization said, but he's dying. And WorkSafe said, but he's abusive until then. And so, really? And hopefully once he dies, he'll be a little less abusive, but one never knows, right? Spiritual issues can be abound. So they've directed the organization to take action in relation to him and to write him a letter and tell him, that there are consequences to his behavior. So it really applies to everybody. It applies to dying people. It applies to non-dying people. It's a pretty broad application.